Hello everyone, welcome back to Sacramento Kings franchise Season 5. Now, I know you might be wondering why the screen is black. Well, I made a bit of a mistake. I may have accidentally deleted the beginning part of this episode, like the actual video file for it. So I do not have that. But luckily, I don't even know how. It was just the one file at the very beginning where I'm just going over like what's gonna happen in this season. And I recorded that a couple days ago. I'm not even really sure what I said, but our first game is against the Phoenix Suns. That's game 1, and we're gonna get into that pretty quickly here. But yeah, so we're just gonna start there. Just keep in mind, you didn't really miss anything. I didn't do anything before this, so I just kind of talked about the season, but. Yeah, we got some new additions. We got a lot of new things going on this team. I might have gone over the lineup, but you'll just have to miss that. I'm very, very sorry. It will not happen again. I'm so sorry, guys. But yeah, we'll just get into the episode now, starting off with the gameplay and all of that. Yeah, again, sorry about this. It won't happen again. I just accidentally deleted the file completely, and yeah. But anyway. Without further ado, we can get into the gameplay. We're playing against the Phoenix Suns in our first game of Season 5. I hope you guys are ready, because I am very excited. Or I was very excited when I recorded this. Anyway, the game will start now. Who's excited for some Sacramento basketball? I am. I am very excited. We're going to get to see a new team. We're going to get to see our new additions, Jared McCain, Noah Clowney. Joining the starting lineup off the rip. We're gonna get to see our new coach, our new playbook, our new game plan. We get to see a lot of new things. We're going up against the Phoenix Suns, who have been pretty good in this series. Usually the top of, or at least the middle top of the Western Conference. I don't think they've missed the playoffs once, so they're a good team, and we're gonna get a good matchup here. They're very well-rounded. They're good in every position, good defensively, good offensively. So we are gonna get a challenge. They're gonna win the tip here as well. Tahad Pettiford, they picked him up in free agency, I think a year ago, after he didn't get extended on the years. But he's gonna hit Devin Booker, and Devin Booker's gonna start the game off, hitting a 3. Got Jared McCain guarding Booker. Booker's just gonna pull it up right over him. Off to a bit of a rough start, but that's all right. You got Jay-Sean Oakley with the ball, hitting Jared McCain for his first shot as a King. He missed it. It's all right though. Fleming's running on the court, hitting McCain in the corner again. Bang! McCain hits his first shot as a King. We also give up a quick easy points on that there, but that is his first shot as a King. Welcome to Sacramento, Jared McCain. Noah Clowney working the ball. Gives it to McCain, who's pulling up right off the catch. Hits it again, Jared McCain. His three-point shooting is going to be so big for us. His scoring in general, but mainly that three-point shooting. We have not had somebody who can shoot it like he can. He has the ball again. Noah Clowney getting a screen. And he dishes it to Noah Clowney for the dunk. The two newcomers connecting on the pick and roll there. McCain running the break, hitting Jay-Sean Oakley in the corner. He hits the 3. We are firing from deep to start this game. Karl-Anthony Towns with the ball, driving to the rim. It's an easy layup for Towns. The Suns are, like I said, they're a good team. And they're not going to be out till they're out. We got McCain pulling up off of the screen. Hits the mid-range shot. A lot of Taylor Jenkins' playbook that he brought to this team is going to deal with a lot of off-ball movement and driving and kicking, a lot of three-point opportunities, because he wanted us to expand that part of our play. And that was a beautiful play there from Fleming, using his body to protect the ball and then pull up with that mid-range after he took that space away. Devin Booker working to get his shot. He has started the game off pretty hot for them. Jay-Sean Oakley, don't forget about him. He's got a windmill dunk. Good stuff from the Kings, starting off hot. All of our players getting involved. Jay-Sean Oakley getting a bit flashy with it to start the season. Who wouldn't be happy? We're up by 2. Devin Booker's got something to say about that. He's just going to keep scoring. Ty Jerome missing the shot. Cat got the rebound. Cat gonna turn it over. Ty Jerome being pesky on the defense, giving it to Ray now, who gets 2 points. We have 22 in the first with 3 minutes left. Ty Jerome working. He's got a big on him. He's using the screen, driving to the rim. He's got a lot of space. He's just gonna float it up in there for his first points of the season. We got our backups in the game now. Devin Vassell, obviously, Ty Jerome, Peyton Watson, and Derek Whitehead. A big, very different bench unit than we've had in years past. Peyton Watson and Raynell and Ty Jerome obviously have been here before, but some of these other players haven't. Raynell getting off to a good start so far. Our new additions not really starting off the game as hot. They're just trying to work it in where they can work it in, not trying to force anything. The Suns capitalizing a bit on our lack of interior defense, because that is probably one of our biggest weaknesses. Obviously, Cam Trice is a good interior defender, but when he's not in, right now definitely, I would not classify as that. Devin Vassell, off the catch, hits his three. Devin Vassell just shooting directly off the catch. It was a contested shot too, but he's gonna get it in. Cameron Carr off the screen, hits the three back for the Suns. 5-point game. Sorry, that's not 5. 4-point game. Pick and roll, Towns to the basket. Too easy. Not enough defense there by Trice to keep Towns out of the lane. Jay-Sean Oakley using the screen, going to the rim, floating it up, and hitting it. Jay-Sean Oakley, he's got 9 on the night so far. He's playing it very well as well. Fleming's working some off the ball. He can do that too. That's what I love about this McCain-Flemings duo, is both of them I think can work really well off of the ball and with the ball. Jay-Sean Oakley with the emphatic block. Let's see if we can get something on it. Vassell in the corner. He is going to miss it. That's all right, though. It was a great block. And, I mean, we got a good shot opportunity. Jared McCain spinning and hitting. Jared McCain, 10 points in this first half with us. And he's still got 7 minutes. Who knows how many he can get. Great spin move from Jay-Sean Oakley, who's rising up for the emphatic dunk. He is starting off the season with authority. He had a 3. He's had a couple dunks and a couple nice moves. He's looking good. Karl-Anthony Towns also looking good for the Suns. He has had some pretty good plays. Almost getting the steal, Jay-Sean Oakley, but it's going to be Ryan Dunn who gets the easy layup there. Jay-Sean Oakley trying to get active on the defense, but the ball ended up in his hands, and Ryan Dunn just put it to go. It's another 3 from Cameron Carr. He has shot it pretty well for them so far. Ryan Dunn dunking it down on the fast break. It's a 3-point game. The Suns are staying in this thing. We might be playing well, but so are they. Ty Jerome to the rim, floating it up and in. Ty Jerome attacking that basket. He is relentless. Devin Booker working, kicking out to Neesmith. Hits the 3. Neesmith, great 3-and-D player that they added. I think they traded, who did they trade for him? It was in the trade for Cat. They got Cat and Neesmith. They traded Jalen Green and then one other player, I believe. Ty Jerome working his way inside again. He's got 6 and 3 assists. He is working his way inside continuously. Devin Booker dishing it to Kaman Malawach, dunking it down. Kaman Malawach, he's he was a pretty raw prospect when he first came in the league, but he's becoming a really good defender. Ty Jerome getting Devin Booker on the pump. He's got the easiest layup of his career there. Just laying it in after the wide open bucket off of the pump. Come on, Malawach, and 1 off of the Devin Booker pass out of the shot. Malawach going to the line. He's going to hit the free throw. He's having a pretty good game. Like I said, interior defense is definitely our worst area. Bruce Wesley hits the 3. Towards the end of the season, you saw Bruce Wesley get some minutes, and he was having a couple good games, a couple good shooting games, and he developed a lot over the offseason. He is a great shooter and defender, and he's such a great piece to just have. Jay-Sean Oakley hitting another 3 as well. He has been pretty good this game. Jay-Sean Oakley throwing it all the way down the court to Kingston Fleming's running the break. That pass was ridiculous from Jay-Sean Oakley. Holy, that was crazy. But Taylor Jenkins did talk a lot about how he wanted this team to shoot a lot more 3s, and I think we've done that this game. We have a lot of 3s so far. It has been a main point of emphasis on our offense tonight, and I think it is working out pretty well for us. We're up by 4. Neesmith in the corner wide open. He's going to hit a 3. 1 point game now in the third quarter. 9 minutes left. Jayshawn Oakley cutting inside. Nice find by McCain, who finds him cutting to the rim, and he gets an easy layup. Flemings hits McCain. Popping the 3. McCain's got 13. He's hit about 3 threes, I believe, tonight. He's looked fantastic. Fleming's trying to work it in inside. Hits McCain again off a screen. Another 3 from McCain. Raining it in from deep. Such a fantastic shooter. It did cost us the 7th overall pick, Keegan Murray, and I believe there was another thing that we also put in that deal. I cannot think of it at the moment, but hopefully both teams can gain from that trade. The Sixers, obviously they couldn't fit McCain into the rotation. They have VJ, they have Tyrese, who is their 2 leading guys, both of them running the guard position. Tyrese running the guard position. He couldn't find, or I said Tyrese. I meant Jared. Jared McCain couldn't find minutes really in that starting lineup, and he really wanted minutes. He requested a trade, and the Sixers got back a lot of assets that are, good defensive assets in Keegan Murray. He might have had a down year last year, but he's due for a bounce back year. He's obviously a great defender regardless of how good he's shooting, and he can fill in that Paul George replacement role because Paul George did retire. I think he's a pretty good Paul George replacement. They also got the 7th overall pick, where they took a pretty good center who could make a big difference for them. So I think it was a win-win for both teams. But we are very happy to have Jared McCain locking in back on this game. Anthony Towns running the pick and roll very beautifully. They are destroying us on the interior, especially with that pick and roll. We are struggling with it. Devin Vassell, catch and shoot in the corner, hits the 3. He's got 9 on the night. He's been pretty great off of the bench for us. I think he can run that second unit with Ty Jerome super well. Right now, though, giving up a lot of points inside. Not the best showing from him defensively tonight, but he's been pretty okay offensively. But just more points given up in the paint again and again. Colin Gillespie hitting that shot. Ty Jerome driving to the rim, kicking out. Devin Vassell getting him on the pump fake. Bruce Wesley hits the 3. Bruce Wesley, such a great shooter and defender. He is going to be so big for us, whether it's as a role player or if he can keep progressing. He could be something big for us one day, but this is only his 2nd year in the league, and he is just such a great spot-up shooter and a really good defender. He's like the perfect 3-and-D guy that every team would want. Colin Gillespie hitting another pull-up shot there. He's been pretty good for the Suns tonight. Noah Clowney not having the biggest night. Neither of our bigs really having that big of a night. But that's okay. They're both putting in a lot of work on the boards and defensively. Noah Clowney is a great defender. And Jared McCain is a great shooter. He hits another one. He is lining it up from deep. But there's Clowney almost getting the steal. But he might only have a couple points tonight, but he's got a lot of rebounds. He plays some great defense, and just because tonight's not his night doesn't mean another night won't be. Jayshawn Oakley, though, hitting another 3. This is what I'm talking about. We are reining it in from 3. We are trying to be a lot more aggressive from that 3-point line this season, and we're looking good from out there. Jayshawn Oakley just left wide open. I think the Suns running some sort of zone, but that's not going to work out well if you leave Jayshawn Oakley open. Towns open. He's going to hit one back, of course. Only up by 4 here with about 8 minutes and 30 seconds left. It's anybody's game. Fleming's driving to the rim, hitting the layup. He hasn't actually had the most, explosive night either. He's only got 10 points. He's distributed the ball well. He's got 7 assists, but he hasn't really focused on being the main option on offense tonight. He's just trying to get everybody else involved. And Jayshawn Oakley and Jared McCain are doing great at that tonight. Jared McCain with the ball, getting the screen from Trice, who dunks it down. He's got 6 points and 8 rebounds. Did not have the most progression this offseason, but still, he's a pretty decent starting center, and he's going to be great for us. Jared McCain hitting another 3 off the pass from Jayshawn Oakley. And Cat just pushing his way to the rim. He is an offensive presence all on his own. He is pretty hard to guard. Fleming's driving his way to the rim. He is going to get his points whether you like it or not. He's getting his way inside and getting some points. Devin Booker hitting the shot. That is probably one of the lesser parts of McCain's game is his defense, but Flemings is a pretty good on-ball defender for the guard position, so I think that we'll be okay. And that's an awesome block there from Noah Clowney and honestly Jay-Sean Oakley. That was a double block, both of them getting a hand on the ball there. But you love to see that. Again, Noah Clowney might not have the most explosive offensive night tonight, but he is there defensively. It's a 2-point game though. It's a close one. We got 50 seconds left. It's a 2-point game. Devin Booker pulling up, missing it. Common getting the rebound and putting it back. It's a tied game. Less than a minute left. 30 seconds. Flemings driving to the rim. Flemings reverse layup. Gets it in. He might not have the highest scoring night, but he is clutch as ever. That is a big, big shot hit from him. It's a 1-point game now. Jared McCain going to the line. Hopefully icing the game here. Hitting the first free throw and hitting the second. He has 26 and 8 in his debut so far. And they are going to need to hit this to tie, and they don't. So we come out with the win in our first game of Season 5. That was a fantastic game from a lot of our guys. Jared McCain having a fantastic debut. Taylor Jenkins, he coached pretty well in this game. I was pretty happy with what we saw. Noah Clowney had some great defense. Jay-Sean Oakley had some great offense. I feel like Kingston Flemings distributed well. Some of our bench guys really had some good games. Looking at it, Jared McCain, 26, 3 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals. He shot the ball really, really well. Only had 14 attempts, hit 6 threes. Jay-Sean Oakley, 22, 6 and 3. He also played really well. He shot the ball fantastically. Kingston Flemings, not as efficient as the other two, but still a really good night from him. Ty Jerome attacked the basket fantastically. Devin Vassell, he played good. He had 9 points off the bench. Bruce Wesley, he shot the ball fantastically from 3. Cam Trice, not the most offensive game, but he did what he needed to do out there. Raynell had some good minutes for sure. Noah Clowney, not his best offensive night, but he had 3 blocks and a steal, so I'm definitely not going to be mad. Drake Whitehead didn't get as involved as maybe other players did, but when everybody else is playing good, maybe he can have a good night another night. Devin Booker had 28 and 10. Cat 24, 7 and 4. They both played pretty well. Cameron Carr played pretty well. Malawach had a nice double-double. And if we look at the team stats, we shot 50% from 3. We shot about 30 of them. They shot 10%. They shot 30 as well. They had a lot more shots just due to turnovers, which our team has always had a lot of problems with turnovers. So that might never change, but we're still going to come out with a win because we shot a bit more efficiently. And, that might not always happen. So who knows? But we can get to the rest of the games now. All right, everyone. So we're back. We're going to simulate through some games to finish off the episode. I want to go over a couple things before I do that, though. During that game, I was talking about what we traded for Jared McCain, and I completely forgot to mention Taylor Hendricks, which is like a complete disrespect because he was a great role player for us, and he can be a really, really good role player for the 76ers. They got a lot of good defensive pieces that I think will help their team. So I just want to make that clear because that was kind of disrespectful from the Kings GM to just forget what they traded, which was one of their players, But anyway, another thing I want to go over is I saw somebody commented recently and talked about how they'd like to see me focus more on, the Sacramento Kings side of things. And that's a great point. And I'm going to try to do that a little bit more during this season and in the following seasons. I feel like sometimes when I'm, simulating through all these games, going through all these seasons, I get so caught up in the whole NBA universe that I forget about my own team a little bit. So I will keep that in mind, and I will make sure to go over every couple weeks I'll go over what our own players are averaging, maybe who's doing good, who's doing bad, and what changes we'd like to see from them. And so yeah, that's something I will be thinking about and we'll be keeping in mind, I guess, for the series. But aside from that, we can get to playing some games now. Just for like, I'm sure I've talked about this at the beginning of this episode, but I recorded that a couple days ago, so I'm gonna go over this again. The outlook on this season, I think we need to be a play-in team this year, which is going to be hard. The Western Conference is competitive. It's very competitive. But I'm thinking we kind of need to be. Not for, I don't know, there's not really a big reason for it besides, well, first of all, we don't have our pick. We do not have our pick this year. I don't think we have our pick next year either. We don't have our pick next year. We have the Bucks pick next year. So we don't have our pick this year. We don't have our pick next year. So it's on us to be good at this point. I traded those picks because I believed that our team could be good these 2 years. Not great, but good enough to where that pick has a little bit less value than what we received for it, right? So I want us to at least be a play-in team. If we are not, I think we failed at rebuilding the Kings because it has been too long. I started this series by talking about how the Sacramento Kings hadn't made the playoffs in however many years, like 40 episodes ago, and we still haven't made the playoffs. So this season, we need to make the playoffs, and I'm going to be doing pretty much everything I can to be making the playoffs. That's why we made that deal for McCain. That's why we traded that number 7 overall pick that could have been a great player for our future, because I wanted to compete at least somewhat, at least get a little bit competitive this year. And I think we got a lot of pieces that will help us do that. I think our bench looks a lot better this year. I think our offense looks a lot better this year. Our defense might look a bit weak. We might look into upgrading our defense a bit at the trade deadline, maybe. But yeah, all of that being said, now we can get to simulating some games. So first up, we got the Grizzlies. Now the Grizzlies, let's look at their team. Let's see what changes they made. They didn't make any. They obviously, I think they lost Kawhi because they couldn't really bring him back because their books are cooked. They have a lot of money on the books. But their team is still very, very solid. Very similar to what it is in real life still. They haven't made much changes because their team's been pretty solid. Like, there isn't much changes they can make. They're one of the top seeds in the East. Every year, they compete pretty well. They've got some bench depth over the years. And they've got some young guys, but besides that, they've been pretty good. So hopefully we can go up against them and take a win here and start our season off 2-0. So yeah, let's just get it started. I think it would be so fantastic to have a really good start to the year. So I'm hoping we can get the win. It's a pretty close game. We're keeping it close for sure. Taking the lead in the fourth, and we keep the lead. We're starting the season 2-0. That is really, really great. Jared McCain, 29. That acquisition is looking great. Noah Clowney, 16 points. There's his good offensive showing. Devin Vassell, look at all of our new guys. 1, 2, and 3. 15 points. Kingston Fleming's only 11. He had 6 assists, though. Dariq Whitehead, he didn't get to show out as much in the first game, but in this one, he's 3 for 3, and he had a 3 as well. He got 11 points. Jason Oakley, only 10. Cam Trice, he's playing okay. Bruce Wesley, putting in some work off the bench. You love to see that. Peyton Watson, not doing too much. Taylor Jenkins is going to be a bit, flexible in the rotations, kind of like our last coach, just because, we have so many guys. If Peyton Watson isn't going to be playing that good this season, he can be swapped out really, really quickly. We have a nice rookie who can play the 4 or 5. So, if Peyton Watson isn't doing his thing, we can substitute him right in there. If if one of our guards isn't playing good, we have Mario St. Superi, who I want to get involved in our team. And if we need some more defense, Keon Ellis is here. Keon Ellis will be getting minutes this season. Just because he's not starting off getting minutes doesn't mean he won't get minutes. He just isn't starting off getting minutes because, we got to see what we have. I think I did change up the minutes a bit. I think I took Kingston Fleming's down to 30 minutes and then gave an extra minutes to right now just because I want to really give him a chance this season. I think my voice cracked really bad there. But we gave him a qualifying offer, I believe. So he is... No. We signed him to a 2-year deal. Okay. So we do have him for 2 years, but I want to give him a chance because, honestly, Cam Trice is not that much better than him. Defensively, he is. But offensively, right now, is obviously a lot better. But they're overall-wise, they're not far apart. So, if right now is playing better, I'm not going to say we have to keep Trice in unless it like hurts our defense really, really bad. But the lack of progression from Trice is a bit worrying. So I'm always keeping that in mind. Anyway, next game we have the Knicks. Their roster's looking very similar to before. They got some nice young guys. I think Reese Coleman is pretty good. They got Vince Bernard in the draft, who is a great shooter. I think he'll be great for them. And they got a nice deep team, but their team just hasn't really been able to click. And I think, I may have mentioned this before, them and the Lakers are in really, really bad situations where both of them, their teams are really old. They're only getting older. They have a lot of money tied up. They don't have young assets. They don't have picks. They're just not looking good. So both of those teams might be on the verge of blowing it up or like just like seceding a year to try and retool a bit. So look at both those teams for that kind of stuff if their seasons aren't going well. But we'll get to that game now. All right, we've simulated up to this Knicks game. They are 0-1 in the season. Somehow they've only played one game when we are about to play our third. But why don't we just get the season started off 3-0? I would love that. Start the game pretty nice. We're keeping the lead. It's a close one for sure. Oof, they almost stole it there in the fourth, but look at us going. Look at us 3-0 to start the year off. Cam Trice having a big game. I was just talking about how, I'm not too sure if Cam Trice is gonna, keep his starting spot, but he heard me and he said, hold up, what are you talking about? I got this. Dariq Whitehead, he is a sniper out there. He is starting the season off shooting like a blistering percentage. Kingston Flemings, great game from him. Raynell had a pretty good game off the bench. McCain, he can sit back this game. Jayshawn Oakley, not his best shooting night, but he hits a couple more shots. He's up there in points. Clowney, I think this is a great game. Bruce Wesley, he didn't shoot it well, but he goes to the line so much. If you look at his career stats, last year I think he went to the line a lot as well. I mean, I don't know if this is really a lot, but I feel like for how many minutes he was playing, I feel like I always saw him going to the line so much. So, but yeah, he is looking pretty good to start the season. Ty Jerome, he's kind of taken more of a backseat this season because we do have a lot more like bench presence. But that's okay. Devin Vassell, not his best night, but Dariq Whitehead has us covered, I guess. Peyton Watson having a horrendous start to the year, which, that also happened last year. We're going to keep him in there, but we'll see how it goes. So our first real test, and this game would have been a nice one to play, but we've already played a game this episode. Our first real test is going to be against this Blazers team, the defending champions. They're 0-1 in the season, but, I mean, their team is fantastic. And they really have only gotten better. Dame's coming off the bench because he is an old man. He's almost 40 years old. But their team is so good. And they have Darren Peterson, the finals MVP, who he looks like he's taking a jump. Yeah, they're gonna be a good team. So that's gonna be a tough game for sure. But hopefully we can pull that one out. I'm gonna simulate up to there and then I'll go through it. All right. So as I said, we're up against the Blazers. They still only played one game. What is up with these teams? Okay, so the Knicks are 1-2 now. They've only played one game though. All right. Will we start 4-0? I think that would be a fantastic start. It would get us off to what we need, but we are against the defending champs, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. They are a very, very good team, and they're showing that in the first quarter. We're bouncing back a bit in the second and in the third, and we're keeping that lead, and we are 4-0 to start the year. Jared McCain, not the best shooting night, but he went to that line. 26 points. Jayshawn Oakley, 18, 9, and 3 steals and a block. Great defensive effort from him on not that many shots. He didn't even have that many shots either, but he scored that ball. Flemings, 15, 5, and 5. Cam Trice played good. Nice double-double from him. Noah Clowney filling in those gaps. Ty Jerome, good bench work. Not his most efficient night. Dariq Whitehead shooting the ball. Peyton Watson had a decent game. Devin Vassell still not, he actually didn't even shoot the ball, but he had 5 free throws, so we'll take that. Bruce Wesley, not his best game either, but it's all right. I think we've started the season off fantastically. Next up is the Pistons, who, okay, we're going up against some good teams here. Like, the teams that we're playing right now they are not slouches. This was the defending champs, who are now 0-2. The Knicks aren't a team to gawk at, even though they are 1-2 on the year. The Grizzlies are a decent team. The Suns are a decent team historically in this, but it looks like we're getting started off pretty well. I'm very, very happy with what I'm seeing. And then now we got the Pistons, so who knows? The Pistons are a really, really good team, though. They have been top of their conference every year, so let's see what happens in that one. All right, as I said, we got the Pistons. I've simulated up to this game. They got Cade. They got Hero, who has been really good this season for them so far. They got a tough, gritty team. They got some shooting off the bench. This is gonna be a tough game. If the last game wasn't our first test, then this would be. So let's see what we can do. Can we start 5-0? It is not looking like it. That first quarter is not good. This is what happens when you go up against a real good team. I mean, the Pistons have been good for a while, and they're a tough team to play against. Jayshawn Oakley, 20 points. He came out and he shot that ball. Ty Jerome, 15. Good work off the bench from him. Jared McCain, 10 points. Right now, 10 points. Fleming's not his best night. Cam Trice, not his best night. They got some good defenders in Detroit. So it was going to be a rough one. Cade Cunningham had 41 and 12. Jalen Duren 21 and 12. Tyler Hero shot the ball very, very well. Yeah, it was gonna be a tough game going into it. But 4-1 is still very, very good. Next up, we got the Celtics, who they just did get an injury to their starting point guard, which was LeBarian Philon. He's gonna be out for 1 to 2 months, I think. But they got some guard depth. Peyton Pritchard can slot right in there, and their team looks pretty much the same as it has the past couple years. But they're 1-3, so let's see if we can get 5 wins to start the year. All right, up against the Celtics. Hopefully, we can take this one home. They haven't been that great of a team this year, but I don't want to count them out because they're the Celtics, and they're always going to be pretty decent. And that third quarter is going to be tough to come back from. We are going to lose it. Starting to come down from earth after our 4-0 start. Jared McCain, 18. Jayshawn Oakley, 17. Noah Klein, 17. Ty Jerome, 16. Cam Trice, 14. Fleming's only 2 points on 1 for 9 shooting. Our shooting is definitely coming down to earth. Bruce Wesley, he has been struggling to start the year. That is for sure. And next up, we got the Spurs. We have a tough schedule. We really do have a tough schedule to start the year. Once we start getting into this game against the Sonics, who, hey, they're starting the season off pretty decently for their standards. So, but once you start getting into like game against the Pelicans, oh, they're 3-2. Okay. So who are the bad teams now? These teams used to be free wins. I don't even know who's bad anymore. Spurs started 1-3. That's not good. So maybe we can capitalize on that. We got them up next. All right. So the Spurs are a pretty good defensive team. Got DeJounte Murray, Naz Reid off the bench. They got some good bench scorers and depth, and they got a nice defensive lineup. They haven't been super great this year, but who knows, maybe it's just a rough start. They have been perennially a good team in this series, so there's no real reason for us to think that they aren't a good team. We keep it close, but they do win. We're kind of coming down to earth here, which is a bit scary. Ty Jerome did get a couple more minutes this game, and he made the most of it, scoring 25. Jayshawn Oakley, 23. Devin Vassell, 15. Nice game for him. McCain, nice little 14 points for him. Fleming's not the best shooting night for him. Cam Trice really struggled from the field. I did make Taylor Jenkins made a slight change to the rotation. We took Bruce Wesley out just for a bit. He wasn't having the most efficient start to the year, to say the least. So we took him out for a bit. He'll sit a couple games. We gave a couple more minutes to Ty Jerome because he's been playing pretty well, and Peyton Watson just for his defense out there. And he's also been shooting the ball at least a bit better, even if he's not shooting it that much. But he's nice to have for his defense out there. So we did give those guys some more minutes. Next up, we got the Rockets, who they are 4-0. They're a pretty good team, well-rounded team. It's going to be our last game of the episode. Hopefully we can win this game because we started off with 4 wins straight, and then I don't want to end with 4 losses straight. So hopefully we can win this one and get back on track. All right, simulated up to the Houston game, the last game of the episode. Let's go out there and let's bring it home. It is in their home arena, but hopefully we can just take this one home, round out the episode with a win. That would be ideal. And it is close, but we are going to win it. Dariq Whitehead leading the way, 17 points, shooting the ball fantastically. We might have to give him some more minutes. Kingston Fleming's next game, 16, 6 assists. Jason Oakley, 15. Jared McCain, 14. Devin Vassell, 14. Right now, 13. We have a really well-rounded roster. Ty Jerome, what the hell happened? He fouled out in 7 minutes? What? Peyton Watson was a plus 32. Holy crap. Maybe he needs some more minutes. But wow, that was a great game. And Reed Shepherd, 25 for them. Amen Thompson had 17 rebounds, 19 points. Sengun played well. Their bench kind of struggled. Sengun also struggled shooting it. But hey, that's a great start to the season for us. We are above 500. We are 5-3. Let's take a look around the league. OKC, 5-0. They got a young roster still. Even though we're years into the future, they still got a nice, young, progressing roster. So it's scary. They're 5-0. Houston, 5-1. Us, the 3rd seed, 5-3. We got a nice little roster, too. The High Rollers. Wow. Okay. So one thing I'm noticing, I feel like for the first couple seasons, our rosters, or not rosters, sorry, the standings were pretty cemented. Like, it was like these like 1 through 7 was like locked in, and then it was like the last couple that were up in the air. In these, all of these teams are different. Like, the Pelicans are winning games. How many wins did they have last season? I actually gotta check. They had 16, so they're a fourth of the way there, and they've only played 7 games. But the High Rollers are up here. They got a really good roster. It's young, but it's good. That doesn't surprise me. Mavs, Pelicans, Nuggets, Lakers are 500. Jazz are a little bit below 500. Suns haven't been as good this season. Spurs are on a cold start. The Timberwolves are looking awful after that deal. I feel like their team is pretty decent, but I don't know. They just can't win. The Clippers aren't looking great to start the year. Blazers are looking like they got a little championship hangover. In the East, Detroit is unquestioned, as always, number 1 seed. Then it's the Grizzlies, the Sixers, who are doing pretty good with Keegan Murray. Joel Embiid did go down with an injury, but they are still 4-1. And how's Keegan Murray doing for them? Got 12 points. He's not shooting it well, but he's averaging a block. And yeah, he's maybe not the most efficient, but he's playing some good defense, and it's obviously helping now. How is Taylor Hendricks, huh? Got 5 points. He's also not shooting it well. I guess they're kind of struggling. But the rookie, I think, he's got 7 points, shooting a decent percentage for a rookie. So he's looking pretty good. It's looking like they got some value with that 7th overall pick. Then it's the Hawks, the Hornets, finally looking up out there in Charlotte. They got themselves a good center in Hartenstein, who can help them hold it down. The Bulls are the 6th seed, interesting. Then it's the Magic, Nets, Knicks at the 9th. And it's the Bucks Wizards, who went to the finals last year, I think. Yeah, they went to the finals, but they're having some championship hangover without the championship. Cavs, they're kind of rebuilding a bit, so that makes sense that they're not as good. The Raptors still kind of in a rebuild. They got Daniel Ryder, who is starting off his career fantastically. If you remember, he had an injury, so he sat out his entire first year. So this is actually his first year, but he was from 2 draft classes ago. But he is starting off his career fantastically. Joel Chandler, their rookie, he's taking a little bit of a step back, but that's all right. Celtics not looking great. Pacers struggling a bit. Their strength of schedule was pretty hard, though, so that wasn't too surprising. And the Heat not having the best start to their year either, which is a bit scary for them, to say the least. But yeah, really quickly, we'll go over our player stats. Leading the way, we got Jared McCain at 18.5. We have a very well-rounded team, so this is not going to surprise anybody that our numbers are a bit lower. Jason Oakley at 17. Kingston Fleming's only at 12. He is having to share the ball a bit more, and he's not shooting a great percentage this year, but it's okay. He's adjusting. He's still getting his steals. Still playing some good defense, so that's good. Ty Jerome, our 4th guy, at 11. And Cam Trice, who he's having an okay year. He's shooting a much higher percentage than he was last year. If he can keep that up, that would be really, really great. But yeah, this is what we're looking like. Devin Vassell, nice addition so far. Derek Whitehead's been shooting the piss out of the ball. He's been fantastic. He's probably got to get some more minutes. Right now, he's been struggling percentage-wise. Bruce Wesley struggled a bit. We might start to ease him back in a bit. Peyton Watson, he's playing okay as well. These guys have gotten some minutes in garbage time, but really not been able to do anything with it. But yeah. Also, if you notice, we picked up Wieskamp, who progressed a bit. So we picked off on another two-way deal. So if we do ever need any center depth, we have him and Cardwell. We had him as a second-round pick, I think 2 years ago. And he wasn't great, but he was really, really raw. So he's progressing a bit. Nice to see him there. But yeah, that's going to be the episode. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I am very enjoying it. Looking forward to the rest of season 5. And yeah, thank you guys for all the support as always. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.